This will be video 1 in a series that will show you how to diagnose and repair a Whirlpool or Kenmore dryer that has a no-start problem. Safety first, so always disconnect power before servicing any electrical appliance. I'm showing you the door switch location on a Whirlpool electric dryer, and before I can get in there and do any testing on it, I have to remove the 2 screws from the deck that are near where the lint trap is, so that we can open up the top deck to get access. Use a Phillips head screwdriver and remove these 2 screws. Once those have been removed, you can proceed to open the top deck. And to do this, you need to brace the front of the dryer and then pull the rear corner towards you, and then lift up on the lip there, and then do the same on the other side. Pulling it towards you and lifting up will release the clips that hold the top deck down. Lay it against the wall or have something that is near to support that. You don't want it to bend the clips too far back on the hinges. Here's the inside view of what we're looking at. This is the wire harness that goes to the door switch. It has 2 wires on this one. This is how we're going to hook it up. And if the door switch has a small resistance on it with the door closed, then that's testing good. If it has open situation or no resistance, then obviously that it would be bad. So this is the inside of the dryer, and here is the door switch and the connector harness. And I want to tell you, be very careful not to cut yourself on the sharp edges all around here. All these edges are very sharp, and if you get on them very hard, they will cut you, so be careful. To disconnect the harness, use a flat blade screwdriver to pry the little flap up over the notch, and you have to do this on both sides of it, and then it'll just come apart. Once you've got the switch apart, the harness connector apart, you're going to take the part of the harness connector that's connected to the door switch, and we're going to use a voltometer at a low ohms reading to test it out. To do this, attach one lead onto the post that's where the tapered end is. This is a 3-wire one here, so there's 3 posts. And the middle post with the door open, you should get a reading of resistance, and nothing on the outer post. The middle one is what sends power with the door open to the bulb for when it has a light. So on the outer post, both the outer posts, actuate the lever in and out, and you should see resistance and then non-resistance. So this one's a good one. If it were bad, you would have resistance on both pushing the lever in and when it's out, as the door open or closed, or you would have no resistance both ways. It should make and break when you push the lever in and out. If you need a door switch, I get my parts at appliancepartsdepot.com or apdepot.com. You can go into your web browser and just look it up on Google, or go ahead and go directly to that website. And here's a screenshot of what their homepage looks like. It's very easy to look up parts on there, and if they're located in your location, then you can go ahead and either go pick it up locally. You can also have them shipped to you from a lot of different locations. So I'm going to go ahead and look up this door switch real quick for this dryer. And here on this page it was item number 10. And I'll go down to the bottom and find item number 10 on this schematic. And here you'll see the price for it. See, there's a lot of different locations where they have warehouses at, and you can ship from any of them that show to have it in stock. So just go to the add to cart and use the shopping cart function, and go ahead and have it shipped to you if you choose to do so. But you can get your part number there, an idea of what it's going to cost you, and just use that return to IP lookup to go back in if you need to look up another part on the same machine, and then you can change the different sections in the diagrams to see if there are other views of the machine for the other parts. Just happened to be on this one. Section 1 was where the door switch was located. Over there. It's not going to be the same on all of them, so you just have to find the right diagram for what you're doing. To remove this door switch, there's 2 Phillips head screws that go straight up next to where the lever is. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Phillips head screwdriver and remove both those screws. Can't see it in the video, but I'm using my left hand to hold the switch in place while I'm removing the last screw with the Phillips head screwdriver with my right hand. So you just have to kind of hold it in place. Now you can just pull it right up and out. It's very simple to remove, just the 2 screws and it comes right out. Of course, that harness has to be unclipped or separated in order to remove the item. Now, reinstalling it, you'll position it back in the same place and then just make sure that it's in the position so that the lever will actuate properly. You have to have it pointed the right direction. And reinstall both of the mounting screws, going back up in there using a Phillips head screwdriver. Again, I'm holding the switch in place with my left hand, and while I'm doing that, I'm using the screwdriver to screw in the screw. Once both the screws are all the way in and tight, and you don't want to over tighten them because you can crack the mounting hole that the screws go into on the switch itself. So just do them real snug but not over tightened. Go ahead and reconnect the clip. It's a one-way clip. Close the door and then pull the top deck back down and close it in place. Now, I didn't show you on this video me reconnecting the harness, but I did, so just make sure you reconnect the harness, obviously, so it'll have electrical power to it. And just align those mounting clips. There's a little notch on the top deck where those mounting clips sit onto, or have the top deck set onto them, and it'll snap right down real easily if you get them lined up properly. Go ahead and reinstall both of the Phillips head deck screws that hold the deck down to the lint trap holder. And once you finish with the installation of those screws, that will complete the removal and replacing of the door switch. If the door switch was not the issue on your dryer, then I will be putting out video number 2 on how to diagnose some of the other things that can cause a dryer not to start. But if yours was a bad door switch, you're now done.